All right, today we are talking about the Neopets Battle Dome TCG. This is one that I don't think I've seen a single video on ever on YouTube when it comes to my natural YouTube algorithm, my natural recommended feed. I see a whole bunch of other kind of TCG creators. For example, a non-TCG talks about every single kind of TCG there is, from Hololive to Gundam to everything, but even he has never mentioned the Neopets Battle Dome TCG. And I think one of the main reasons is this is actually an Upper Deck product. And a lot of people who have Upper Deck, they're not ordering this because they are using Upper Deck distribution for sports cards. And it makes sense. But when it comes to this TCG, there's a lot of things very similar to the MetaZoo TCG, the new one, Meta 2, that I like, and other TCGs right now that are very successful that I like a lot. So let's break it down. Now, I want to say I have not watched any boxes of The Void Within be opened yet. So I don't know what those boxes are like. But one thing, just like Meta 2, is I saw it in Target. Now, with the new MetaZoo, I've only seen it in Walmart. But when it comes to the Neopets TCG, I've actually seen it in both Target so far, and I've also seen it at GameStop. So that's good. It's getting out into the wild, and every single time that it's been stocked at those locations, it's actually been purchased. Now, the other thing about that is I don't know if it's guys like me in our 20s and 30s that are purchasing it because it's nostalgic, or if it's kids that are purchasing it trying to get into it. I'm not quite sure. And it could be a little bit of both. I simply don't know. But taking a look at the prices here, we have the original set, Defenders of Neopia, and it's sitting at 65 here on David Adams. I've seen it as low as about $50. Out of both sets, War of the Obelisk and the Defenders of Neopia, I'm gonna be honest. I like Defenders a whole lot more than War for the Obelisk. That was just my personal experience. And the thing is, when it comes to the Neopets game, like the online site, the service, I actually kind of enjoyed the desert area a lot, going up to the shrine. And I think one time it completely like just disintegrated my one Neopet. I'm pretty sure it just died and it got deleted. But I was a gambling man. And you go to the one town in the desert and you spin the fruit wheel. You know, I enjoy that area of the game, and I just didn't really enjoy the set. Now, one thing I do enjoy just in general is like the code stones and the paint brushes, having those foiled out. I really enjoy this little Neopets TCG thing they got going on. And I can only assume the Void Within is probably going to start to, go to like the Brain Tree and other stuff like that. And then when it comes to Curse of Moraqua, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that. It's going to be getting into the underwater world. The where you can go fishing and all that cool stuff. So I love seeing this. I genuinely do. I really do think Upper Deck's doing a pretty damn good job with the Neopet TCG from a collector standpoint. I don't know about playability. I'll be honest with you. I am taking it from the collector's perspective. And as for the anniversary boxes, I wasn't really a fan. It just felt like the cards didn't really have value. When it comes to these sets, you open a box, you get 2 to 3 hits. You could get a case hit, and then you're pretty much guaranteed two texture cards, like blinged out full art texture cards. I think in Defenders, you would get one like full art or secret rare, and then you would also get a rainbow rare, similar to like old Pokemon. And then you would usually get like 1 or 2 Warehouse codes as well, which is cool. So yeah, I mean it's a really enjoyable set. And when it comes to the Void Within, I haven't seen any boxes open. I definitely need to check it out. When it came to that anniversary set, which was technically the second set, I really was not a fan of it. Specifically, I'm not sure about the celebration box, but the booster box, I think it was like a limited amount of packs, and every single card was a foil in. Yeah, so it's going to be 5 cards per pack, 5 foils in every pack. does that say, it does say 24 packs a box. So, I mean, that's, whatever. But it didn't really feel like it was like the good cards were valuable, if that made any sense at all. And me personally, like, there are some people that are pure game piece army and they want everything printed to the ground. They don't care about value. They just want to play, and I get that. But that's not me. I have a trading card business. I have a sports card business, trading card business. Like, I care about value. I want to be able to enjoy something and sell off some of the stuff that I either get doubles of or that I'm not really a fan of. Like, for example, the Upper Deck product Halo Legacy Collection. I only got to open a couple of boxes of that because it was pretty expensive for my personal collection. But, like, dude, when I got a card that I really liked, I was so geeked out about it. I was so, like, freaking happy and excited and, like, euphoric is probably the best word. And the cards that I didn't like, for example, like the Halo War stuff, I just sold it. I didn't care about it. Some of the actor autographs that I got, I sold it. I think I got 2 autos, and one of them was I think Crispin, and he actually voice acts Itachi. I think that's the right guy in Naruto. So I was like, okay, I don't really care about him when it comes to the Halo series because I think it was something in Halo Wars, but he voice acts Itachi, which is super sick. So I kept that auto, and then I got one of something Downs, I think, or Robert. I don't know exactly what it is, but he voiced one of the Prophets, and I don't really care about the Prophets. So I sold that for, like, at release, it was like $130. Now it's like a $10 auto, which is insane. But yeah, that's just an example. So, like, with the Neopet stuff, when I opened a box of Defenders, like, the one Rainbow Rare that I got, I didn't care for. I think I got one other, like, card that I didn't really like that much either. And then I think I got, like, a Ghost Paintbrush hollow. Like, I didn't really want that, but I knew somebody else would probably want that. Paintbrushes were one of the most collectible things in Neopets, and I sold that for like $4. It's like, if I can get $4 for regular hollow, like, you can tell that the collectors really enjoy this Neopets card game. And I can't remember if it was Wizards of the Coast who printed the original Neopets cards, but good lord, go look at the prices of those. Holy crap. I remember when I was way younger, still in school, I don't even remember how long ago it was, but Target back then, when it wasn't just $50 blaster boxes on the shelf, when there was just tons of boxes of packs and everything, they used to have these little clearance things, and they just have a bunch of loose packs. And this is back when you could get the Key Quest cards from some of the Neopets sets. And dude, me and my dad, we would play Neopets together. We'd play Key Quest and do all that kind of stuff. And, like, bro, we would buy all the Neopets packs because we would just use the codes and stuff for the PWE Warehouse. Like, the Neopets TCG for me is very nostalgic, and I actually enjoy it a lot. As for new people, it's harder to get somebody into something when they don't have any experience with it previously. And that's, like, the whole thing with newer card games. Like, people don't really want to even touch Meta 2 because they don't know what it is, and they don't have any nostalgic attachment to it. And it makes sense, to be honest, but there are people that, bought a ton of MetaZoo in 2020, 2021 when it was hot, and some people latched onto it and attached to it. So let's kind of dive into the meat and potatoes. Like I said, each box, at least, these 2 sets, usually you're looking at 2 hits a box, and that format for me, 24 packs, 2 hits a box, 2 main hits. And these have, like, those warehouse code cards, which I would actually consider those regular hits as well. And then you have the chance at a case hit. Like, there's a lot of stuff in these boxes. And like I said, you could find these for $50. I don't know if they were, like, searched and somebody pulled the case hit already, but you could get these boxes for $50. And I actually got one for $50. And, I didn't get a case hit or anything, but I felt like I still got some good pulls, and I was happy with it. So the 2-hit format is the biggest thing right now in the TCG hobby that I think is successful. It's the one card game that does not do this is Pokemon. And I have ridiculed Pokemon for this, and I need to make an individual video basically just calling Pokemon out. Not like, I'm just an old man yelling at the clouds at this point, but Pokemon expected value per booster box is absolutely horrendous. Their expected value is, in my opinion, the worst for a TCG. Any TCG out there, I think they have the worst expected value, as long as you're not counting the original MetaZoo. They genuinely have the, like, Phantasmal Flames, your expected value per box is probably every 10 box. Like if you did on a 10 box ratio, you probably are looking at $40 expected value per box. And if you would average it out over 100 booster boxes, it would be higher because you would probably get out of 100 boxes, you're going to get some Charizards. You're not going to get that many, but you'll get some. But the EV on Phantasmal Flames is in the absolute drain. You know, I would expect to, if I bought a box of Defenders of Neopia right now for $65, I think I would get more value out of this box than I would a sealed booster box of Phantasmal Flames, which is insane. It is insane, ladies and gentlemen. Same thing. Even shitty Union Arena sets, I think you get more expected value out of a box than a Phantasmal Flames box. And those boxes are only 16-pack boxes. So as for the Void Within, I think I'm going to watch a video on it right after this. I definitely want to check it out, assuming it's still going to be a 24-pack box. Yep. 2 foil cards every pack. Very cool. And we can check the little sheet here. Box hits. Here we go. Void rare cards featuring Rainbow Pool, Neopets, Hero, and Legend. And then your ultra rares is going to be your case hits. At least that's how it was. So fairies, hero, villain, legends, equipment. Maybe it. Oh, case hits right here. Excuse me. Secret rare. You got your fairies, your heroes, and your villains. So maybe the ultra rares won't have any texturing or anything like that. Potentially, I'm not quite sure. But that's where we're at with that. Some of these cards look pretty cool, actually. That actually looks sick. But then you get your warehouse cards as well. I think you get 2 per box, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, it seems like a cool set. I definitely want to watch some get open. And then we have the new set, which is coming out soon. It's already pre-selling pretty low. June 17th is the current release date. And we can check the odd sheet out on this. And looks like we don't have an updated odd sheet yet. But you do have the case hit, secret rares, the box hits, ultra rare, and a Meritite rare. And then you have your Grundle Warehouse. Pretty much same thing there. So I'm really interested. Why are they blurring this stuff out? It's got to be like how it affects the game or something. I mean, you're not gonna have code cards there. I'm a little confused on that personally. One other thing, really quick. I really like the pack arts on these. They're very nice. I just think overall they're pretty enjoyable. This is different, actually. I'm looking at this now, and we have a higher MSRP. I wonder if this is going to be... So let's see. Neopets Battledome TCG introduces the Curse of Maraqua. Will include 300 unique cards themed around the iconic Curse of I don't know how to pronounce that. Maraqua plot. Under construction, the most fearsome pirate of the seas has come to devastate the city once. Pets return with another brand new Pet exclusive. I find this very interesting. This doesn't seem like it's that juiced up. They took 4 packs out of the box, and they increased the MSRP $1. That's very interesting to me. I don't necessarily like that. Yeah, 20 packs a box. I don't necessarily like that direction. That actually worries me a little bit with Upper Deck, but we're not going to worry about that until we have to worry about it in June. So that's just my little spiel on the Neopets TCG to put you on. I would highly recommend watching a like a YouTube video on it. I will say sales data when it comes to my data that I have, sealed packs do not sell. Just like Meta 2, sealed product does not sell well. Let me rephrase that. So it does not sell well, but we have it marked up pretty significantly. I paid a lot for my second War of the Obelisk box to sell for the business. I think I paid $90 for it when it like first came out. So I think we had the price packs like $7 a pack. Something insane. And then I did buy another Battledome, another Defenders box. And that one we do have price lower, I think. I do want to give you our pricing here. As always, I do not recommend purchasing from us when it comes to just buying one pack. Just please, for the love of God, just buy yourself a box. Like, you don't need to just buy one pack from me. The prices are insane. Okay, I just lied to you. We have Defenders at $5.95 a pack, and then we have War of the Obelisk at $10 a pack. That is absolutely insane. And what is going to sound even more insane is that the War for the Obelisk actually has way more watchers and views daily than a regular Defenders pack, which is insane. Now, the sales have reflected the prices being different. I have sold some of Defenders and I've sold none of Obelisk. So take that as you will. But I'm going to be very transparent with you. When it comes to my pricing, it is not good pricing. I only have one box of it for the store. And I kind of just tend to buy one box here, one box there of other TCGs, and I let them sit. I talked about this in the MetaZoo video the other day that when it comes to TCGs that are not proven, I don't overinvest in them. I'll buy one box here, one box there, price it high, wait for offers, and that's that. So, I will probably purchase a box of The Void Within to open. I don't know if I'm gonna sell it because the other two haven't done well. It's kind of dead money. But if I get some cool hits in the box that I open, I might sell those if I don't really vibe with them. If they're not going to go in the personal collection. But to be honest with you, when it comes to opening like boxes of this, I think I like the regular hollows more than the shiny chase hits and stuff. Like I said, the paintbrushes, like I think those are really cool. Like if there, I don't know if there is a magma paintbrush in any of these sets, but if I could get like a magma paintbrush, like dude, in a hollow, that would hit. That'd be super freaking cool. But yeah, that's kind of my spiel on it, man. It's one of those things where will it catch on? I hope so. I think it's a cool IP. I think Upper Deck's doing okay with it. I really don't like seeing the MSRP go up and the packs go down. That is just not what I want to see at all. That is the wrong direction for both ways. If MSRP is going to go up, I want to see packs go up. If packs are going to go down, I want to see MSRP go down. I just, or at least stay the same. Fuck's sakes. So that's where we're at. I don't think I have really anything else to say about Neopets. I do want to see if possible, I would love to see the Neopets TCG go over to TCG Player. It is a TCG and it is somewhat successful, so I'd love to see it on TCG Player as well. But that's where we're gonna wrap it up here, ladies and gentlemen. And if you found this video informative, or if you just listened to me yap in the background, whatever the case may be, I can please consider leaving a like on this and subscribing to the channel, because obviously you found some kind of value in me yapping. So I will talk to you soon.